Hey guys, welcome to the Nifty Knitting Ninja podcast. I am your host, Abigail Wright, and it is the 29th of July, 2017. It's a very bright and sunny day like we've been having. So if this side of my face looks a little washed out, I'm sorry. I've got a window over here with direct sunlight coming in. Also, if this is not the best quality movie, or video, then I sincerely apologize. There's something going on with my webcam, and so I can't record through my usual thing that I record through, and it's all messed up, and I am too technologically challenged to figure out how to fix it right now. So I'm so sorry, guys. This is what it is. Okay, but before I go off on a rabbit hole, sorry, that was my phone. Before I go off on a rabbit hole, I do have some shout outs this week, and I am actually going to do show notes. Sorry, that's a little annoying. So shout outs go to Drummer Loves Bookworm, Jen Salzman, Mary Brown, WT3001, Karen Compton, and Garrett Bemis. If I messed up any of your names, I am truly sorry. But yeah, that's all the new shoutouts that we have this week. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome. I hope that you enjoy. And if you don't, move right along. There's plenty of other amazing podcasts out there that you can enjoy. But if you do enjoy this video, consider giving it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button below. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back and giving me that support. I really, really appreciate it. So I am up to 113 subscribers, and I just wanted to put it out there that if you guys subscribe and share the video and get people to subscribe, I will do a giveaway. I now own a yarn company where I hand dye yarn, so that's probably going to be a big part of the giveaway. And maybe some other things too. So if I can get to 150 subscribers, then I will certainly do that giveaway for you guys. So, how is everybody? It's been a long time. Life has kind of gotten in the way. I work at Lowe's in my area, and I was working full time, very, very busy, and then I had a whole bunch of other things going on. So life just kind of has gotten in the way. And it was really hard for me to kind of just try to find a second to sit down and podcast, but I'm glad that I'm doing it today. So, it's a knitting podcast. We will get directly into the projects. I do have something new. This is being worked on a US 15 needle. And the yarn is just Serenity yarn by Deborah Norville, Serenity Chunky, in the colorway Golden. It's got all these pink speckles with the yellow and the green, and it's very, very pretty. Works up very fast. So, this is living in my Woodland Creatures bag that I made. By the way, I do not sell my bags just because I'm not that great of a sewist, and there's plenty of mistakes in them, so I don't see them as being quality enough to sell. But if I get better at it, I may consider selling them in the future or doing a yarn bag collaboration. But I'm going to stop jabbing about that. For people who don't want to hear it, I will save all the business talk till later. But this is brioche. And I decided to try it because everybody's doing brioche and everybody loves it. And I decided to try it and see if I could do it because I've tried it a couple times before and it just didn't work out well, and I really didn't want to give up on it. I want to give it another shot, and oh my gosh, guys. I think it's easier because this is one colored brioche. It's not two colored, but oh, the squish it's amazing. I love it. Hold on, my monitor's going off, sorry. But yeah, it's working out nicely, and this is kind of my little practice piece, and I'll keep practicing till I run out of yarn, then I'll probably just bind off and sew it into a infinity loop and wear it as a big cozy cowl this winter. So that's that. I haven't been working on that a whole lot, but like I said, it's more of a practice piece, so I don't feel the need to work on it a whole lot, I guess. By the way, if you guys hear any high-pitched whining noises, I am extremely sorry. My cat is over there laying on my bed, and she insisted on being let in, like she was scratching the door, meowing nonstop, just making a whole ruckus. So we're gonna see how this goes with her being in here. Yeah, I've also started something else that's new. I only have a leg. I don't have anything else. This is the leg to Rolly by Susan Claudino Designs, and I will put all this information in the down bar in the description below. But this is Rolly by Susan Claudino Designs, and like I said, I only have a foot right now. I haven't been working on this a whole lot either. But it's a giraffe pattern, and it's going to be amazingly cute by the time it's done. It's being worked in this yarn, which is wool-free sock yarn, and I'm not sure of the colorway because I lost a ball band, and I am extremely sorry, but it is very, very beautiful. I just love it. All those different colors. And if you look at the skein and you look at the product, like, you would never think that it would knit up like this. But I'm so, so happy that it is. I'm knitting these up on, I believe, a US 2. Yeah. Amazing pattern. Love it. Easy to follow, just like all of her other patterns. She is my favorite stuffy pattern designer, so that's basically where I get all my stuffy patterns. And I will also link her Ravelry store in the down bar too. Okay, so, oh, I knocked something over. This is a new project bag that I've made. And I love this fabric, guys. Like, can we just talk about this fabric for a second? I love, love, love this. Ugh. Well, and I saw this fabric at Hobby Lobby, fell in love with it, and I'm like, you know what? I need a huge project bag for my project anyway. So, I bought a half a yard of it and made a project bag, and it's got mint and gray polka dots on the inside. And like I said, this wasn't really, this isn't super quality made. There's tons of mistakes, but it's my bag and I like it, so that's all that really matters. Oh, that's a finished object. Let's take that out there. But this is my sock yarn blanket. And it's getting quite huge, actually. Let me get this bag off my lap so that I can show it all to you. And I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get it all in frame. Oh, you guys don't want to see that backside with all those ends. Here, let's show the pretty side. And there's more. And there's more. And there's more. So, hey, you know what? This is probably actually going to be my screenshot. So, but yeah. And I go back over here. We'll just oh, we're frozen. There we go. So all the new squares that I put in all have stitch markers on them. Basically, this top row right here, from here to here, those are all new. And This is so hard to show. Whoops. That's my drying rack. Let's not kill ourselves on it. And then this one are new. This one's new. That one's not new. And then this whole row is new. And then all these over here are new. So I can't remember how many squares I have. I think I have 35 or 36 of them all together right now. And it is getting pretty big. I mean, like, I can't even get it all in frame. And it's not quite my wingspan, but it's getting there. I'm just really enjoying working on it. And I'm just using same weights of yarn, Superwash sock yarn, and I'm working it on a US 2 needle. So, and I've been really enjoying it because now it's big enough to where I can put it on my lap while I'm working on it. Oh, that square gets me. I love it. I just love this square. Yeah, it's amazing. But yeah, I've been really, really enjoying that. It's my potato chip knitting. But yeah, that's why I had to make the giant bag, because I have a giant project to go in it. And I'm not going to go through all the yarns that are in it. I'll go through that one day, but today is not that day. I think that's all that I've been... Nope. Got one more whip before I move on to finished objects. So, this... And this is Yarn Geek Fibers, and I will talk more about the yarn later because it will be in a section later on in this podcast, so I'm not going to talk about it too much right now. These are the No Purl Monkey Socks. Ooh, that color is really getting blown out. It's more of like a green aqua color. It's showing up more blue on camera than what it is in real life. I wish you guys could see this in real life because it is amazing. Like, the orange parts are showing up okay, but it's more of like a green teal color. But yeah, these are the No Purl Monkeys, and I just got done with the cuff, and I'm ready to put in the heel right now. But yeah, these are really, really pretty. I'm so glad that I made it. There's my little... If I can get this turned the right way. Hold on. Focus. Focus, please. I'm trying to get it to focus on my little stitch marker here. I think it might be too close. There we go. Got my little sea turtle stitch marker on there. And I made this one myself, so. I didn't make the charm, but I made the marker, so. And it's just, oh, this cord is crazy. I've got 12 rows of 1x1 twisted rib in here. And my camera got knocked askew, so we're gonna put it back on track. Try to get it to focus. Focus, please. Come on. I know you can. Well, maybe. You might get it to focus. Nope, not gonna focus. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with it, but... Nope, still not gonna focus, but... And I don't know if you guys can see this, but like the sparkle, well, it's not showing up on camera very well, but the sparkle is unreal. Like, it's so sparkly. It's amazing. Yeah, well, you can see it a little bit, but it's not translating on camera. Sorry. These are being worked on my Addy Turbo Sock Rockets, which are my favorite needles, and the US 1.5, which is 2.5 millimeter, and this is a 32-inch cord. So, yeah, these are my favorite sock needles. And I really don't have a preference whether it's top down or toe up, but I'm finding that I'm becoming more of a top down sock girl. So, oh, I am severely running out of space. Like, I have this little space set up and it's like a little space. So yeah, that's all my whips. And I know that I don't have very many. I haven't been very busy, but I do have some FOs, so we're gonna move on to that. I have a friend who agreed to let me make them a pair of socks, and they picked the colors and told me their shoe size and everything, and oh my gosh. These are amazing. Like, I would have never put these two colors together myself, but since they picked the colors, like, oh my gosh. These are so cool. And again, there we go. We got it to focus a little bit. I did, I believe 8 rows of 1x1 rib, just regular rib. Then I did 5 rows here before I popped in a fish lips kiss heel. Try to get that to show up. It's on black, so. Yeah, they turned out pretty great. It's just a plain vanilla sock, so, yeah, I think they turned out very well, and like I said, I love the colors together. Not something that I would have picked or thought to put together, but they're amazing. And just to prove that I do have a finished pair of socks, there's the other one. So, those are done. They're not blocked yet, but I don't think the person's really going to care if they're blocked or not, so it is what it is. Also, this is not blocked yet. And this is a huge sock. Like, look at this. Holy cow. This is a sock for my dad. And the pulling on camera looks so much better than it does in real life. Like, it's crazy. But I did vanilla is the new black heel pattern. So it's just like a ribbed heel there. My dad wears a size US 13 shoe. So, plus with a longer cuff, like, a lot of knitting involved, and I'm happy that the first one's finished, but now I'm having trouble convincing myself to cast on the second one and do it, because I don't really want to. These were also worked in a size US 1.5, and I believe that this is Red Heart and Soul yarn. Very good workhorse yarn. So, the ends aren't woven in. By the way, when I say finished object, I mean it's off the needles. I do not mean that it's blocked, washed, or the ends are woven in. So, there you go. I'm lazy like that. Uh-oh. No! I'm losing all my information that I don't need to be losing. Oh, sorry guys. I lied. I actually have one more work in progress. This is a granny stripe blanket, but I'm doing it in sport weight yarn. And this is for my niece for her first birthday, which is October 28th. I'm sorry, November 28th. But I just did a no chain cast on, or chain. And yeah, I'm just kind of working on it, repeating the color sequences, and it's getting there. Hopefully it gets there by the time her birthday comes, but this is being worked on a H hook, and I very much like the fabric that it's producing, and it's just, you know, acrylic baby yarn, easy to wash, easy to take care of, but it's also soft. So yeah, that's getting a little bit of love and worked on. But back to finished objects. Sorry, just had to show that real quick. I forgot all about it. And again, the ends aren't woven in, but I will try to hide them here in the back so that you guys get to see the pretty side. my exploration station. And yes, it doesn't look like the traditional one, because I got down to the Brios section, and with the two colors that I had, didn't look good. I was struggling with it. I messed up, so I'm like, you know what? I am really enjoying knitting these wedges, so I'm just going to keep knitting wedges until it gets as big as I want it. And so yeah, that's that. It's got an I-cord edging on it. And I did do, after the last row of eyelets, I don't know how well this is going to show. It's kind of difficult to show. Oh, hold on, my monitor went off. But after the last row of these eyelets right here, I did a couple rows of garter stitch in the black, and then I did a, which I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see this, sorry. I did a I-cord bind off. So yeah, it turned out really nice. And this is all in Caring Simply Soft worsted weight yarn. And, you know, I didn't think that I would like these wild colors. They're getting blown out a little bit because the light just shifted, sorry. I didn't think that I'd like these wild colors together, and that I wouldn't wear it, but I think that it looks amazing. And honestly, like, I am going to wear this so much this winter. Like, I love this. It's so fun and colorful, and on those dreary winter days, like, I totally will. I'm gonna wear this. I'm gonna wear the heck out of it. And it's big too. Like, it's not quite my wingspan, but it's pretty big, and it's pretty deep actually. So this is not another one of my huge cozy shawls that I'm going to live in this winter. I made the Campside shawl by Alicia Plummer, and it's humongous, and like I even cut out a couple repeats on it, and it's still humongous. And it's one of my big comfy ones that I just kind of wrap up in like a blanket in the winter. It's like going out and being able to have a blanket wrapped around your shoulders, and it's really nice. And I'm sorry if I seem like I'm talking fast. I'm a little out of practice, so, and it's already almost 1 o'clock, so I feel like I'm kind of rushing things, and I'm sorry if I am. Like, I'm not trying to. I'm just out of practice, guys, and I'm a little nervous. I'm sorry. And I have some more finished objects. Well, not recent finished objects, but we'll show them. We'll show them anyway. This is my box of socks. This beautiful box right here. And if I set this here on the computer, I hope that it doesn't mess it up, because the computer is actually sitting on my lap right now. And I don't have very many pairs in here right now, but I will show you the pairs that I do have. And I'm not doing Kristen of the Yarngasm podcast. I'm not doing her box of socks knit along, just because I'm kind of doing my own thing. I just want a box of socks. And obviously these are shorty socks. And they've got an afterthought heel. So those are in there. And I do knit all my socks on 1.5mm needles. And I've got these. Again, the ends aren't woven in because I'm a horrible lazy person. But these are kind of, these are DK Weight House socks with the slip stitch pattern on there. I believe I did the corkscrew sock pattern. Those are those, and I think I knit these on a size 5 or 6 US. Oh, I just now noticed that in the edge of my box it looks like that somebody has been chewing on it. That does not make me very happy, so I'm gonna have to go find the culprit and try to stop that issue. Also, this is, and I'll show you the skein with this. This is a skein of the Psychedelic Sheep yarns, which is the yarn company that I have and that I'm indie dyeing for. And that's getting a little blown out. Like, I'm trying to not make it so blown out. Yeah, that's really getting blown out. Like, oh, back here is a little bit better. But it's just all different kinds of blues and kind of like some blue, purples, and greens, and just a little bit of everything in there. Again, shorty socks, plain vanilla. Made those with it. And they have a fish lips kiss heel, as most of my socks do. But this is on my, and I haven't named it. I don't have a colorway name for it because it was actually a screw up. Like, it didn't turn out how I wanted it at all, so I decided just to kind of put it in my personal stash. This is on my Groovy base, which is my MCN 801010 merino cashmere nylon. So that's like a one-off skein that got messed up, and that's that. And also, the ends aren't moving in here, and I finished these like about, it's been almost a year ago. That's horrible. But these were for my first sock blank that I ever got. It was the Faded Rainbow sock blank from Mothie and the Squid. And I just did a simple cable patterning down each sock on both sides, or on opposite sides, and put it in a blue heel to kind of go with the rainbow. Yeah. So there's those. Woo, very bright rainbow. Love those. Ooh, this could almost be my screenshot too, you know? Yep, screenshot. But what's really cool, and I did these actually on a US 1 needle, but what's really cool, I made a pair of little socks to go with them, and I was gonna knit these for my niece because she's a very tiny baby. Even at almost 6 months old, she's still very, very tiny. But then I thought, you know what? I've kind of, and I'm not gonna go into this because it's really personal. I'll get emotional, and I don't want to do that on camera. But I was waiting to wear these for when I have my rainbow baby, because I did have a miscarriage last year. So I was waiting to wear these until I was pregnant with my rainbow baby in the future, and I decided to keep these to go with them so that my rainbow baby can also have a pair of rainbow socks. So, not all adult socks, but very special socks in this box. I'm just kind of gonna set them back in there, and not in any orderly fashion, because I'm a slob. But yeah, that is that. And that is all the whips and all the finished objects that I have. So if you don't want to see what's coming, if you don't want to see acquisitions or hear about shop talk, thank you for joining me, and I don't know when I'm next gonna podcast, but hopefully you come back to join me next time. And if you do decide to stick around, thank you so much if you've made it this far throughout my jabbering and awkwardness. I have some acquisitions to show you. I will save shop talk for the very, very end in case you guys want to watch this, but you don't want to watch that. So I do have some acquisitions. I went to Fiber U in Lebanon, Missouri, which is the closest local yarn and fiber event near me, and it's only done a couple times a year. And I went last year and got a few things. Well, I went again this year, and oh my gosh, I had so much fun. Like, I got to see friends that I made last year, and I just got a lot of amazing products, and I had so much fun. So, we're gonna show those acquisitions, but first, I'm dropping stuff. Okay, there goes the show notes. First, I'd like to show you I'd like to show you a couple fabrics that I got at Hobby Lobby that I thought that I'd share. This really pretty butterfly fabric. I couldn't resist it. I thought that it was just so pretty. And the big bag that what my blanket was in too, that fabric was also from Hobby Lobby, the outside fabric. And then I got this fabric. Oh, it's upside down. Let's turn it around. There we go. I got this fabric. And can you tell that I love butterflies? Like, seriously? I'm like my mom. I love butterflies. I got 2 yards of this fabric. 1, because it was on sale. And 2, because I really, I've been watching the Yarn Hoarder podcast, and she's on this no pants revolution kick. So she's sewing all of her skirts because the pants just don't fit right, or they fit right in one spot and they're either too loose or too tight in another spot, and like you can't find pants to fit. And I identify with that struggle because I'm a very small size, so I'm kind of petite, and it's hard to find pants that fit right. Like they're made for oddly shaped people, I think. So they're either too loose or too tight in one spot while they fit well in another spot. And I'm kind of in between sizes too, so I get the struggle. Anyways, tangent over. I got this because I would like to make a fitted skirt. And when I say fitted skirt, what I mean is I don't want to have that elastic waistband. I'd like to have a fitted waistband with a zipper up the back and pockets in the skirt. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. I haven't picked out a pattern yet because I haven't found anything that I really like that matches what I want to do with this. And this, for a first time garment sewer, it probably wasn't smart to pick a directional pattern, but my mom's a very good sewist. So I'm gonna rely on her to help me with this, and I'm very excited to get that started. And so, yeah, on to acquisitions from Fiber-U. Now we'll get all of my cards and all of my info up here. I'm going to start off with, where is that ball of yarn? There it is. I'm going to start off with Show Me Yarn. They are a fiber dyer here in Southwest Missouri, and I love their yarns. Like, their booth was the first one that I headed for, and I'm like, definitely gotta do it. I picked up the sock blank from them, and it's in the colorway Taste the Rainbow, and oh yes, you guys can see it a little bit. Look at that. Oh, the sparkle. Sparkle is amazing, guys. So this is my second sock blank that I've ever had, and it's by Show Me Yarn. Whoop, there we go. And oh, I love it. I can't wait to knit socks out of this. And the other things that I got from them was, and this is what those socks were made out of that I made for my friend. This colorway is Honeycomb. There's all the information. It's on their boot heel base, which is an 80-20, excuse me, and it's 400 yards to 100 grams. And also, what I did the heels out of is again in their boot heel base, which is an 80-20, 400 yards to 100 grams, and this is Moonless Night. And I think that this is a perfectly appropriate colorway name because it is really black. Like, it's black. So I love that. And the other thing that I got, and hold on, this is gonna be a little tricky to show because I didn't leave them in the skeins. I've already balled them up because I've got a plan for them. And a lot of this stuff you will not see in this game because I thought about podcasting and waiting to scan it up, and I'm like, no, I have to work with it. So, this is their Glam Rock Band mini set. Each mini is 20 grams. And oh my gosh, guys. Look at that. Look at that. So it's like this little rainbow of colors with black speckles in them. And I decided what I'm going to do with these. Like, at first I'm like, oh yeah, I need minis, so I'm going to put them in my blanket. But then what I decided with these, because they're 20 grams each, is for the cuff, heel, and toe, I'm going to use their Boo Hill base in Moonless Night for the cuff, heel, and toe. And then I'm going to make scrappy socks out of these. Stripy, scrappy socks, since each mini is 20 grams each. Which, like, this is 100 grams in itself. But, oh my gosh, like, I can't wait to get started. It's going to be so amazing. And I believe that this is in their Boot Hill base as well. I'm so excited, guys. Like, can you tell? Like, I'm, like, ecstatic. So I'm just gonna pop these down there so that I don't get overrun with yarn on my lap, because that is gonna happen here in a little bit. Let's see. Let's see what I got here. Okay. So, of course, I also had to stop by Yarn Geek Fibers. And this little bit of beautifulness, like, can you guys believe this sparkle? Oh my gosh. Look at the sparkle. This is on their galvanizer base, which is their sparkle base. And this is Boxcar Gallery. And their galvanizer base, I think, is really, really special because, well, I'll show you the colorway. GAL 1040 Boxcar Gallery. That's not focusing well. Sorry. Focus, please. I'll get it to focus here in a minute, but their tag says, galvanizer yarns are often named for those who are considered to have been a motivating force upon others. Please look them up and be inspired. They are amazing. I have not looked up these references yet, but there we go. And this is Yarn Geek Fibers. And it's really cool because they attach little project details card you can use with your skein of yarn. So I think that's really neat, and it's got all this information too that you can put in there, like pattern notes and size and the pattern that you use and how many yards, and it's amazing. Such a great idea. But this is hand-dyed superwash 4-ply fingering weight, 92% merino wool, 80% lurex. It's 115 grams and 395 yards, which is amazing. So, love that. Love, love, love that colorway. And also, if I can find it. Oh, did I mention that these socks are sitting in my Yarnet? My sparkle Yarnet that I got in Colorado last year? There we go. By the way, the Yarnet is amazing, and if you don't own one, you need to go buy one, because best yarn ball holder ever. But now this colorway, like I said, it's very hard to get the color to come out right on a camera. But this, let's see. I've got the tag right here. I'm sorry, I'm messing it up. This is the Sylvia Earle, or Earle, I'm not sure how to say that, Marine Biologist colorway. Same MO on everything. It's GLV 1027. and it's great because it really looks like the ocean. It looks like actually tropical koi is what I would call it. But so that's what I got. That was all from Yarn Geek Fibers. And let's talk about some leading men fiber arts, shall we? This, oh shoot, did I lose the tag for it? Not sure where that tag would have went for that. Oh, here it is. Maybe. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I am so disorganized. This is the Leading Men Fiber Arts. And the colorway, You Betcha, on their Showstopper base. It's 463 yards, 100 grams, and it's a 75-25. And this colorway, oh my gosh. I got this to make another pair of socks for a friend. Guys, for real. And you know what? Those colors are actually showing up really accurately. Like with, okay, so it's not cake the prettiest, but it's like blacks and blues and whites and yellows and oh my gosh. So pretty. Love it. And their yarn is like so super soft too. Like the base is really nice. So that was one. Then I had to get another one. I had to come home with at least two, I know. And this is more of like a tealy, like it's tealy. I don't even know if that's a word. It's more of a teal color. It's showing up more blue, but it's just got those little pops and speckles of black in there, which I love, and it's amazing. And this is more Leading Men Fiber Arts in the Imperfection colorway. This is on their Spotlight base. This is 400 yards to 100 grams, and it is a 80-20 BFL nylon blend. I love this. So, that's not the only thing from them that I got. Obviously, I had to get more. I had to get something else. Oh, and it's in the bottom of this bag. Why? Okay. If I can find them all, then you guys can see them. How's that? Because they're actually sitting in the bottom of this bag. Okay. And then I got a Showstopper mini set. And I've already put one into my blanket. These are 20-gram minis a piece. This is New Day. This is, shoot, and I don't have the tag with me. I'm not sure about this colorway. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a horrible podcaster. But that is so pretty, isn't it? It's like browns and purples and greens and blues and oh, so pretty. And this, I know that this one, and I'm not showing them in any particular order that they were packaged in. This one is called Anne's Story. Oh my gosh, guys, that is gorgeous. Like, it's more neutral colors, but I love it. And this one is Fright Night. Focus, please. Fright Night. And this one is my ultimate favorite, and I couldn't find a whole skein of it in the base that I wanted it, so I settled for this. This is Neon Pencil. Oh yeah, it's pretty great. And these minis, I don't have any plans for them except for putting them in my blanket. So, that's where those are going. And let's see, what else did I get there? I stopped by Daisy Creations, And I don't have their tag except for in this package, so I'm going to open it up. Get the tag out. Sorry about the crinkle, guys. This is Daisy Knits. Let's see how well you guys can see that. You can kind of see that. It's not focusing well. I'm sorry. That's the best I can get it to focus. Sorry. And this fiber didn't have a colorway name. It was just I just know that it is 100% Targi, and it's 4 ounces. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Like, look at this, guys. Oh my gosh. Pinks and oranges and yellows and creams, and it's amazing. So, got that. And then, because I loved my Turkish spindle that I got so much last year, I had to get another one. And I got pink and black, I believe, for last year, and I can't remember what the larger arms were, and I got a black middle, but this time I got a white middle, and I got and there's actually a little bit of sparkle in here, like, I don't know how they did that, but it's 3D printed, so I got green and blue for a small arm, and I got this dark green, teal, and gray, which are also a little bit sparkly, glittery. And for some reason, greens want to show up as blue on my camera. So those are the big arms that I got for it. And I cannot wait to start playing with that fiber. Like, I don't know why I haven't already, but can't wait. You know, I think that is my fiber use stash. Like, I didn't go a whole lot of, I didn't go overboard. And I'm very proud of myself. I was very restrained. Of course, also, I only had so much money to spend, but, you know, we're not going to count that. So, that's all for Fiber U, and I will say that I did visit some shops that I didn't get anything from, but Hill Creek Yarn Shop, who travels around and goes to all these different events and craft shows, she did let me know that she kind of travels around with indie dyed yarns, and if I'd like to sell wholesale to her, then she will do that for me. So I thought that was really nice. Also, I did a little bit of an interview with not the owner, but it was someone who was helping her run her booth. I stopped at a booth called Finger Weaving by Susan, specializing in sashes made from hand-spun, naturally dyed wool yarn, original designs, never duplicated, classes and demonstrations. There's all of her info. I did a little bit of an interview with the person who was running the booth, and she kind of talked a little bit about it, and she showed a little bit of spinning on a drop spindle, and it's really neat, and I did get video of that, so I'm going to pop it in here at the very end of the podcast if you want to see it. Also, all the pictures that I took, you have seen some of them on Instagram, but I will also make like a little slideshow and pop them in at the end of this episode. Nope, dropping cards. So, I think that's it. Oh, nope. I also stopped at another booth, and I didn't get any fiber because I had gotten the 4 ounces of Targi, but they had gorgeous fiber and handmade resin buttons, and oh my gosh, like, I would have bought one of everything in their booth if I could have, but I couldn't. So, it's Mystical Farm, and I talked to the daughter that was running the booth. Like I said, they sell things off of their farm, so it's very nice. And the back of it, isn't that that's such a pretty card. That is so beautiful. The back of it says, a magical little farm ran by nature-loving artists and veterans turned farmers. We raise a variety of goats, rabbits, chickens, and ducks. We create specialty fiber products such as luxury yarns, kid mohair locks, and roving and bats for spinning and felting. We offer raw fiber and indie-dyed treasures, many made from fleece from our own precious fiber animals. And then it has their Etsy store at the bottom. So I think that's really cool, and I really enjoyed their booth, even though I didn't buy anything. I'm thinking about taking a trip to their Etsy shop. And that's pretty much all my stash acquisitions from Fiber U. Like I said, I'll pop that little video and a slideshow of all the pictures in here at the end of the podcast. And I'm going to try to get on with this because I know that, like, I feel like I haven't had a whole lot to show and that I've been rushing it, but we're hitting 50 minutes, so I'm going to try to get this going. I did join a new knit group. It's called Sit and Knit, and it's Thursday nights from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. every Thursday. And I recently went to my first one, and oh my gosh, I had so much fun. Like, they had snacks and wine there. By the way, just a disclaimer, I am legally old enough to drink. I'm almost 23, okay? So, don't judge me. But they had wine and snacks there, and like everybody was just relaxing and knitting and spinning and talking, and oh my gosh, it was great. I had such a great time. But the shop name is Fleeces to Pieces, and it's actually, I'm so excited, it's about a 20-minute drive from my house. So that's really great, and they carry so many great things. She owns an alpaca farm, so she carries yarn from her farm, and she carries luxury yarns, like she carries some bamboo pop, she carries Malbrigo, Malintosh, things like that, and it's so great. Like, I'm really enjoying discovering this yarn shop and being involved. And she even said if I wanted to, like, if I had a free day a week, I could stop in and kind of volunteer in the shop and kind of work there a little bit, which I think is going to be so cool. But anyways, here's the back of her card. There's all of her information, and it really is an amazing shop, and Audrey, sorry Audrey, I didn't mean to mess up your name. Audrey is an amazing person, and if you guys are in the Camdenton, Missouri area, I encourage you to stop in and see what she's got, because, yeah, she's got an amazing shop, and it's just, I can't say enough good things about it, and she is so lovely. She's such a lovely person. Anyways, they have a Naughty or Nice challenge going on right now, and from now until like December 16th, I think, they're having, like, you can do different things to get a check mark on the nice list, and when you get 20 checks, then you get a $20 credit to the store, which I think is so fun. But you have to do certain things, like come to Sit and Knits and knit samples for the shop, and join their mystery knit along, and you get extra points if you buy all the yarn for mystery knit along at the store and all that. So I decided, you know, if you're gonna have fun with something, go big or go home. So I bought my yarn for the mystery knit along, and it's my first mystery knit along. It's supposed to be like a large triangular shawl. We just don't know the pattern or any pertinent info about it yet, but it's, the first clue is to be released August 3rd. So I definitely can't wait, and I'm super excited about it. So yeah, and I will show you what I got for the knit along. And guys, like, I am not skimping. This is also the first of this yarn that I have ever bought, and it's scrumptious. I love it. So originally I bought this to go with the rest of my yarns, and this is Malintosh. And this is the ASAP base. It's super bulky, and it's 90 yards. Oh, is it gonna focus? Hello. Sometimes this camera focuses and sometimes it doesn't. There we go. There's all that info there. And as soon as I brought it home, like, that's a pretty accurate depiction of the color. As soon as I brought it home, my mom cleaned it and she's like, hat and mittens, go get more. And so I'm like, okay, fine, you just took away my shawl knitting yarn, but that's okay, I'll give it up to her. I love my mom. So, I also got this, and this is Malabrigo, and this is in the 096 Sunset colorway, this nice golden. It's showing up more orange, but it's actually, oh, there it goes. That's a great depiction. It is actually, yeah, gold, as it's showing there. Then this is more Madeline Tosh. I'm kind of mixing Malabrigo and Madeline Tosh. This is the Tosh Vintage. I don't know how well you guys can see that information. It's 100% merino wool, worsted weight, 200 yards. And this is the Cactus Flower colorway. I'm not showing them in any particular order. I'll show you the range of colors whenever I get done. And this is more Malabrigo. This is, and all of Malabrigo is Rios, which is per merino superwash, and it's 210 yards to 100 grams. This is 138 Ivy. Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Beautiful. Then, it's a 4-colored shawl, but I decided to do 5 colors because I can do whatever I want, and why not? This is more Mad Tosh. And this is the Tosh Vintage as well. And this is in the colorway Sea Wash. Actually, this is a really good depiction of the color. So, and since Mom took my blue that was supposed to go here, I decided, why not put a little psychedelic sheep yarns in it? So I dyed up this blue, and it's very, very bright, so it's a little hard to kind of capture on camera. But it's a variegated blue, and it's a deep sapphire, and in the, let me see if I can find a spot. There we go. And some of the lighter spots, I kind of put a little bit of speckling with some dark blue speckles. And yeah, so I dyed up a skein to go with the knit along, and this is how it's going to go. So this is my thought of how it's going to go. I'm still kind of playing with the colors, but I think this is the order that I'm going to put them in. So, and this is really hard to show. But yeah, this is, get that tag out of the way. This is the order in which it's gonna go from this blue over to this blue. So, and you guys, you still can't see this very well, but it'll work. It's gonna work. So, that's my plan for the mystery knit along, is to have those 5 colors together. Yeah, that's all my acquisitions, so I'm done with wool piggery. And if you guys don't want to see anything about the shop, then thanks for staying with me for this long. I hope you enjoyed it so far. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you next time. But if you want to stay for shop updates, thank you so much for joining me and seeing what I have to say about my shop. So, some of you know, and I've been posting pretty frequently about my shop on Instagram, and all of my social media information I will have at the end of this episode of where you can find me. So I own the Psychedelic Sheep yarn shop on Etsy, and there's the back of my card. So this is how you contact me for any reason, to psychedelicsheep@gmail.com. So yeah, I own that Etsy shop, and it's my own wool company. So I'm sorry guys, apparently the maximum recording time on this is only an hour, so it kind of cut me off, sorry. But as I was saying, I own the Psychedelic Sheep Etsy shop, where I put all my indie dyed yarn and some stitch marker sets. So yeah, I'm gonna get into what I have in the shop, and then I will get into what is coming into the shop. And I'm thinking that my next update will probably be Monday. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see if I can do this without it all falling over, because I kind of got a pile of yarn over here. What I currently have in the shop is 2 skeins, and one is lighter dyed than the other, because no 2 skeins turn out exactly the same when you're hand dyeing. As you can see, one is a little more saturated. This is my Vintage Sunset colorway, and it's just a variety of reds and purples and yellows and oranges, and yeah. So there's that. This is on my gnarly base, which is a 75/25, and so they can be used together. One is just lighter than the other, but you should be fine as long as you just alternate rows, as with any hand-dyed yarn. Also, there are pre-orders for this in the shop. This is my Awesome Apple Blossom colorway. Oh, I love this colorway so much. It's a light pink base, very light pink base, with speckles of green and pink and a little bit of red in there too. So the Awesome Apple Blossom colorway is up for pre-order in the shop. There's only 10 slots available, so if you like what you see and you want some, head on over there and make your pre-order. That, by the way, is also on Gnarly Base, but if you send me a message on Etsy, I can put it on any base that you want, that I have available. So this is my Riptide colorway, just a variety of all different sorts of blues. Just different values. There's some teal in there, which the teal has been wanting to show up very, very blue lately. But again, this is on the Gnarly base, which is, oh, it's actually 80/20. My bad, I don't know my own bases. And let's see, what do I currently have in the shop? I have Neptune. This is on my Far Out base, which is my DK. It's 100% superwash merino wool. It's just different values of blue as well. And this is Neptune. And I will show you that information for the Far Out base. And on my Gnarly, this is on Gnarly, this is Galaxy. I first dyed it up on a sparkle colorway, and it looked like a galaxy, so that's why this colorway is named that. So this has no sparkle whatsoever. It's just my 80/20 base. But this is Galaxy, and it's got just different greens and blues and what have you in there. So, yep, that is Galaxy. And let's not do that. It's got stuck in the basket that I have it on. This is my Wisdom colorway, again on my Gnarly base. It's just a variegated purple base with pink speckles. And actually, this colorway has a very special meaning to me. This Wisdom colorway was named after my great-grandmother, who was the biggest inspiration to me and got me interested in crocheting and knitting and all this fibery goodness. And her favorite colors were pink and lavender. So this was named after my very beloved late great-grandmother. I only have one of those in the shop right now. And I also have Jonah, which is a darker value of blues. It's got some teals in there. Focus, please. Dang it. This camera with its focusing abilities is really starting to annoy me. There we go. It's got some teals and just different values of blues, and yeah, like right there it's got some really dark blue. Here it's got some really dark spots. It's a really, really pretty colorway. And this is on my Far Out base, which is my DK base, and this is Jonah. And on my Gnarly base, this is Sonic Boom. Don't ask me why I named it that. I just looked at this color and I'm like, hey, that'd be a really cool name for this. This is my Sonic Boom colorway. And it's just different values of greens and blues, and it's on a neutral base, but those are just kind of the different speckles that I've popped in there, and it's got some teals and some blues and some greens and neon green, and just really fun speckled colorway. Let's put this in front of my face so that it focuses. And I also have Sonic Boom on my Groovy base, which is my MCN. It's a 80-10-10 merino nylon cashmere. And it's just really pretty. I really like it on the MCN because it's almost like it's a whole different yarn and a whole different look. And it's not really, but it's a softer because the MCN takes the dye differently. It's just the colors just came out a little bit softer. I really like that. And oh my gosh, guys, like my MCN base, the softness and the squish, like the whole squish factor of my MCN base is unbelievable. I love it. So, and coming up, that's all that I have in the shop currently. Sorry, my shirt keeps riding up and it's irritating me. But that's all that I have in the shop currently, and this is what's gonna come in the shop probably on Monday, and if it's not on Monday, then I'll probably announce it on Instagram. I dyed up these colorways yesterday, and I don't have a name for them yet, because they just haven't called out to me. It was really an experiment, and it's funny because Thursday night I had dreamed about dyeing these colorways, and I'm just like, oh, okay, you know, I'll dye it and try it. And they turned out really awesome. So this is actually From a Dream. Maybe that's what I'll call these skeins, is From a Dream skein. It's got a little bit of black with some orange in here, some real light orange. These are both on my Gnarly base. And it's got these blues, like it's got a little bit of, okay, let me get in front of the camera. Blue and green, and it's got black speckles in those colors as well. And then the other half of the skein is just cream. It's just white. Sorry, cat hair. I didn't want to set my yarn on it. But yeah, I think that I'll call these skeins From a Dream skeins. That might be a fun little collection that I do if I dream about certain colorways or stuff. I have weird dreams. I dream about weird stuff like that. Don't judge me. This one turned out a little more blue than the other. So same technique, same black speckles, same colors used. This one just turned out a little more blue. But oh, it's got more of that black and orange spot in it right there. Oh my gosh, guys, like, I love that so much. Right here, like, it faded to, like, a light teal. Oh my gosh, guys, like, I love this so much. I actually wish I could keep this one, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to be selfish, and I'm going to share it with you guys. So, as you can see, they are not the same. Like, I don't know what happened here, but, something happened, obviously, and one is more green and one is more blue. But they could easily go together. So yeah, those are coming into the shop. And I dyed one colorway, and I also dreamed about this colorway. Like, I don't know why. Like, the night before I died, I dreamed up all the colorways that I dyed. So I don't know what's up with that. But this is on my gnarly. And it's just a very light pink base with, and I just really kind of threw in some gray speckles on top, and it just kind of bloomed and went everywhere. And I think this colorway, I'm going to call Kitten Noses. Not even kitten, just like kitten noses. Because it's just, it reminds me of a little gray kitty with a pink nose. I don't know why. That's just how it turned out. But this is on my groovy. The other one is on gnarly. This is on my groovy base. I really like how it turned out on the groovy base. This is my MCN. I really, really, really loved how this turned out. So yeah, I've got one on gnarly and one on groovy, and these are the Kitten Noses colorway. And also, whoa, hold on. We've got a mess. We've got a mess, and I've got to rearrange my mess so that it looks appropriate. I guess. Not messy. These are mini skeins, and my mini skeins are actually, right now, they're 10 grams a piece, so there's 50 grams per mini skein set. This is, and I don't have a name for these yet. I don't have a name for this mini skein set yet. But oh my gosh, can you guys see this? Can you see the sparkle? This is on my Stardust base, which is my sparkle base. And there is a pink and a bright teal blue and a black and a bright yellow, and this green is not showing up as bright as it should, but it's a neon green, like it's a lime green. So I have these on Sparkle Stardust base, and I also have them on my gnarly base, which is my 80-10 or 80-20, sorry, 80-20 base, and these are 10 grams as well. So, yeah, these are not in the shop yet, but they probably will be in the shop either Monday or Tuesday. And if you guys see something that you like on here, just contact me and say, hey, I want that. Is it up for grabs? And I'll say, yeah, I'll set it aside for you, and I'll get your information and set up a PayPal invoice and all that. But if you guys want anything that I've showed you today before I put it in the shop, just contact me at this email address, and I will see what I can do for you. Also, if you guys want a custom colorway made, or you see something on a base that that you don't want, like if it's on a gnarly base and you want it on the MCN, just contact me and I can dye any colorway that you want on any base that I have available. So, yeah, that's basically it. And by the way, I just want to put this out there. I know that the camera all through the podcast has been showing my hair in a blue hue. That's not color error. It is not color error with the color on the camera. My hair is actually blue. And I did this. Well, this just got redone Thursday because the first time I had it done, it washed out with 4 washings. And it turned like this bad swampy green. I'm like, "Ew, I don't want that. That's not supposed to happen." So, yeah. And there's a little bit of variation. Like, there's actually a little bit of purple in it. But, it's pretty cool. I really, really like it, and I like the color. But, yeah, I just want to kind of put that out there that no, you guys are not going crazy and seeing things, and this is not a camera color error. My hair is actually blue. So, yeah, blue hair, don't care. So, I've jabbered on long enough. I have jabbered on for about an hour and 15 minutes now. So this podcast is a little longer than my other ones. I try to keep them relatively short, but it has been a while since I've seen you guys, so I kind of want to catch up and let you guys know what's going on. Hopefully, it won't be as long of a period before I get the podcast again. I'm aiming for 2 weeks, maybe 3. So I don't know when I'll see you guys again, but, hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and hopefully you'll join me for next time, and, thank you so much for, giving me such an encouraging community to kind of keep me going with these podcasts. Have a lovely day, everybody. Have a lovely week. And if I don't see you again before next month, then have a wonderful July, whatever is left of it, and have a wonderful beginning of August as well. Bye, guys. See you later. Clip in my video too.
Everybody's ancestors did this. The spinning wheel didn't reach Europe until 1450, and it was looked upon with suspicion, hence sleeping wheel.